Hey Avengers, welcome back to the initiative. My name is Vanessa, aka CUTCREASER. That is my superhero name. Very clearly, huh? In today's video, I will be talking about the collaboration with MELOLOPS, which is a Latinx owned brand. They're from Puerto Rico and they are four black and brown individuals that have created this entire brand, and they are so wonderful. The CEO, who is MELOLOPS, who is also Melody, she has this amazing brand, and I'm so happy that these amazing team members decided to trust me in helping them create their next product launch, which will be launching tomorrow at 5 p.m. Well, it's tomorrow today. So if you're watching this tomorrow, then today at 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm so excited for everyone to see the products, to possibly get the products if they want to, and I'm just so floored with the support behind this launch. I know it's been a whirlwind of a roller coaster. I mean, we teased the brushes so early. We thought that we would be able to launch the entire thing around that time. However, due to COVID, you know, a lot of restrictions happened, so we had to keep it to a halt until November 6th, 2020. We're finally able to release it to the general public, so I'm so excited. There will be international shipping. This can ship anywhere. Obviously, due to COVID, the shipping may take longer for everywhere overseas, but for US, it might be basically pretty much standard shipping. Let's talk about how this all came about, how I came about, really. So I just want to introduce myself really quickly. My name is Vanessa. I said that in the beginning. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Queens, New York. My family is from El Salvador, and yeah, that's me. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of comic books and movies and superheroes and everything in between. I love all the geeky shit ever. I've always been inspired by that, so yeah, that is the main inspiration for this entire collaboration. So I quickly just want to talk about my beginnings as an artist, so you guys can get to know me through this. I first started doing makeup when I was around 13 years old, and the first thing I learned how to do was eyeliner. My mom taught me how to do eyeliner, so that is literally the first thing that I've ever known in terms of makeup, and I learned through cream gel eyeliner, and that was like literally what I would wear every single day to school. I'm not even kidding, like I would wear that every day. Every day I would practice in the mirror and just do a winged liner, and yeah, I've been doing that ever since, and that's how I got into makeup. I started taking makeup seriously as a career when I was around 17 years old, so it's been a journey. I just, you know, I kind of blew up from doing these tutorials, so these are my videos. If you've seen them, that is me. So basically I just take my videos during golden hour and I do a lot of graphic liner content. I was very inspired by so many graphic liner artists, and you'll see them right here. I have always been inspired by them, and I finally got into the craze. There were so many more graphic liner looks that were coming from so many different artists around this time, so I'm so glad that I got to be a part of that little community of graphic liner artists. And yeah, that is how MELOLOPS found me, and they emailed me to collaborate with them. It's just been so crazy. I was shocked because I didn't even know what they meant by product collaboration. Like, what does that mean? And so I was just like, listen, I will do anything for you. Like, I'll do anything. And they let me have full creative freedom. Shout out to my manager, Chelsea, who helped me out through the entire thing, because this has been such a like crazy, anxious thing for me. So they allowed me to have full creative freedom over this entire collaboration, and they basically just took all my ideas and just like went to work over there in Puerto Rico. I was literally like mind boggled at how much work they put into this collaboration. I wasn't even there. I was not even there. I couldn't be there. I only got updates through pictures and videos and Zoom calls. I literally had updates virtually. So it was physically impossible for me to actually see the products until I actually got them in the mail. And it's been crazy. I literally trusted them with my entire life. So like I said, I love comic books. I love movies that have to do with superheroes. I love all of it. And I was very inspired by that because I looked at superheroes and comic books and movies like that as escapism. I kind of just wanted to escape from the actual world that I live in and just dive myself deep into those worlds and just pretend that I'm there, pretend like these superheroes are real, pretend like they're my friends. I've always been like that ever since I was a kid. I kind of still am because I'm such a big nerd about superheroes and stuff. It was just an escape from the real world and my mental health issues that I still deal with. I deal with depression and anxiety, and makeup really helps me with that as well. And makeup was my other form of escapism. I learned how to control my emotions through makeup, and creating looks was therapeutic for me. So combining the two was just, it just made sense. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of you can relate. Makeup is like really therapy for so many people. I not only created this just for me, but I created for anybody who felt like this. With that being said, I created a character who is named CUTCREASER. And I created this character like a year ago before I even got in contact with by MELOLOPS. I started to basically just create this character where she was me, but she was my alter ego. Superman has Clark Kent. I'm Clark Kent, and CUTCREASER is basically Superman. It's like that. So I just created this character, and her superpowers were basically just makeup driven. Like her eyeliner or eyeshadow or highlight would be so blinding that it would literally just like destroy a supervillain, or her weapons would be eyeliner brushes, you know? CUTCREASER just sounded like a superhero name, so I really played on that. So yeah, by MELOLOPS helped me create this character and helped me bring her to life, and literally brought her to life. That's me. That's actually CUTCREASER, but this is me, this is CUTCREASER. And CUTCREASER is alive. She's immortalized now, and it's insane to see her in her element. I envisioned a character wearing a hoodie because I wear hoodies a lot because I'm just not very comfortable with showing my body, so I like to wear a lot of baggy clothes. And I thought it would be so like funny if my superhero version of myself wore a hoodie and that was her superhero costume. So she's wearing a hoodie. If I'm being honest, creating her kind of saved my life in a way. I know that superheroes aren't real, but I just had to really believe that this character was real. This character was literally the reason why I was waking up. I was waking up to do my makeup to post on social media just because I felt like it. I just want to share my art with the world. Through CUTCREASER, that happened, and that's how I met all of you. So essentially, CUTCREASER saved my life, and she became my superhero. So the message of this collection is to basically become your own superhero using these products, of course, and also just creating your own superhero in your head. Just like look at yourself and pick out all the best things about you and just create the most perfect superhero in the world. So if you were to be, you know, a superhero in real life, what would be your powers? How would you look? So I basically just wanted to create this top to bottom, how CUTCREASER looked, how she acted, how what color she wore. By MELOLOPS helped me bring her to life. And shout out to John, aka Mango Design Studios. Literally, he created this character and brought her to life by just strictly the artwork. The artwork is so insane. It really does look like me, and it's exactly how I envisioned her to look like if she was a comic book character, if she was in that type of art style. I was just floored when I saw that artwork. Like yeah, actually Melody, aka the CEO of by MELOLOPS, she actually blew up an entire poster of that, a huge massive poster where I could put it in my room. So I'm going to frame it soon so it could just sit in my room right next to some of my favorite superheroes that I have, just so it could just really be there, and that'll be my inspiration for the day, just me as my own superhero. I saved myself. So yeah, I hope you can save yourself as well and become your own superhero. I'm going to cut to me without this eyeliner look so I could show you guys every single product that is in this collaboration, in this collection. And I'm going to explain exactly what they are and what they do, and then you guys will see this eyeliner tutorial at the end of the video. Thank you so far for watching, and I hope you continue to watch. The first thing that I want to talk about for the collection is the brushes. These are the heroes of the collection. I honestly was just shocked at the amount of love and positive feedback I got from the brushes. Like, that was the main thing that shocked me. I thought that everybody would be more excited about the water activated paints when we decided to announce it, but when we announced the brushes, all hell broke loose. Like, it was insane. So Jan created all of the graphics, all of the artwork that you see on the boxes. Every single thing that you see is created by him. He drew up everything. I gave him the concept and he created it and he brought it to life, and I am so thankful that my ideas were literally just like perfect. Like, it just came out so perfect. So this is the box that it'll come in if you buy the set, and so the brushes will come in this little component right here. It's like a plastic component, and you can just like take this off, and then the eyeliner brush will be in there, and the brushes are not in there because I've been using them a lot. So we have 4 different styles of the eyeliner brushes, and they are not clean because I use them every single day, so do not judge me. Here are the 4 heroes, the 4 super weapons that CUTCREASER uses. These are the literal weapons that she uses to defeat all supervillains possible, and yeah, it's what I use to do my eyeliner. The first brush is C1. C1 is a small detail brush. You'll look at it and you'll see how freaking small it is and how tiny it is. It's very, very tiny, very, very tiny. And so this brush was actually an idea from one of the team members. We were inspired by a cat with 2 heads, aka Marley. Marley uses this type of brush in like her eyebrow tutorials where she like does really, really detailed stuff in her eyebrows. This brush is so perfect for getting into those like small crevices, getting into the inner corner, getting into just like drawing little tiny little details, even drawing like little flowers, maybe a star, maybe a smiley face. This is perfect for that because it will get you like the smallest drawing ever. It's literally the underdog of this brush set, and I'm so happy about this brush because it really is so tiny. It's so perfect. It can give you like those inner corner dots that I used to do, if you were familiar with that. You can use this on your lips if you want to do lip artwork. You can literally use this for any type of detailing that you want. Quickly, I want to mention that these brushes are shaped differently than what you might expect. They aren't just like wooden stick. The bottom part is plastic, and you can push it inwards and it will shorten the liner brush. I find this so useful for when I'm traveling. If I'm going somewhere, if I'm going to sleep over at my friend's house, I can literally just plop this in one of my little makeup bags and it won't budge. Of course, the brushes will come with a plastic thing to cover this so that the bristles won't get messed up or frayed. All right, so the next brush that we're going to talk about is the C2. This is my favorite brush of them all. I use this for every single liner look ever. This is the same length as the NYX liner brushes. The NYX liner brushes were a DIY that I started to do when I first started doing graphic liner. I wanted a really nice and thin brush, and I found that these brushes from the liquid liners were perfect. So I was really inspired by the length of this, and we decided to basically copy the same length except make it a bit thinner. So this gives you like super thin lines, super precise and thin lines. It's a medium-sized detail brush, and I will literally use this for any type of graphic liner. It doesn't matter what it is. The next brush that we're going to talk about is C3. C3 is the most unique brush. It is a really, really long bristle, and it's like looks like a needle. Like, it's super thin. This brush was mainly chosen to create those really sturdy long lines, and I'll show tutorials right here of how I like to use them. It's just really easy to just like glide this across the brow bone area, like this area above the crease. It's also really easy to just like map out like really big lines if you're doing a lot of squigglies, and this is just literally like that one swipe brush. This is C4, and this is the angled brush. So this brush could be used for literally anything. You can use this for the water inks, you can use them for cream or gel liners, you can use them for pomades, you can use them on your eyes, on your eyebrows, you can use them to fill in spaces for body art, you can use them for literally anything you want. This is probably the most versatile of the liner brushes, and I feel like if you are a beginner, you don't know how to do eyeliner, this will give you a pretty good start to doing eyeliner. It's very easy to use an angled brush as opposed to one of the brushes that I just showed you. So if you are a beginner and if you want to learn how to do eyeliner, go check out my tutorial. It's gonna pop up somewhere. I still don't know where it's gonna pop up. This one 100% for beginners, and it's so good. You can get the brushes in a set for $32, and you can get them individually for $10 each. And I just wanted to show you guys the inside of the box. Look at that, so cute. Pow, zap. Wow. Oh, also one more tip, if you guys ever come across a problem, like if a brush comes frayed. So what frayed means is that it'll like come like this, like the bristles will literally look like this instead of like this. If that happens, I suggest using Got2b glue and just start to basically wet the brush and then add this and just smooth the brush down so it can get really thin and needle-like. You can also use lash glue, and you can also use a I think it's a glitter glue from NYX. You can use that as well. In case that happens to you, I hope not, but it has happened to me before, and it does happen because due to packaging, due to shipping, the bristles may be frayed a bit. So in case that happens, there's a tip for you. So now, you need water inks to go with these bad boys. For the water inks, we have 8 new shades. We have 7 mattes and 1 metallic, and you'll see them all down here. We have Ether, we have Gauntlet, we have Inevitable, we have Smash, we have Queens, we have 3000, we have Point Break, and we have Mark 1. So we decided to do the option of giving you guys the individual 10 grams eyeliners. So this is 10 grams right here, and this is the biggest pot that they do, and this is in the shade Queens, by the way, and these are $10 each. Each shade was specifically chosen to be mixed with the other, and these colors were meant to be mixed and contrasted with and just like mix and match. I wanted to include primaries. I wanted to include a few of my favorite colors and my favorite type of shades, and like some shades that I've never seen before, like Smash. Smash is one of the most unique greens I've ever seen, and I haven't seen a green like this from any other water activated liner brand, so I was very excited about this shade. It was literally so perfect and I love it. Here's me using it, and here is a few other artists using it. So good, and I love it. We also wanted to include a white, since by MELOLOPS also has a black in their radioactive collection. That black is called Toxic, and so this white is called 3000. We chose a white because we thought it would be good to mix with and make pastels with these colors. So I wanted colors that made sense. I wanted colors that I saw in movies. I wanted colors that I saw in comic books. I wanted colors that just like made sense to the story. So here are these swatches, and the swatches were photographed by @GeosCraft, and I'll put his somewhere over here, and the artwork was created by Mango Design Studios again, and they created these most amazing swatches ever. I love these swatches. These look gorgeous. I love them. So If you go to my Instagram, you will see each model tagged so you guys can see your exact shade range area. So if you are light, you can go and tap on Lil Mango's Instagram. If you are medium like me or Thai, you can go on THAISASHA's Instagram right here. And if you are deep dark, you can go to Antonio's Instagram right here. If you were to ask me what my favorite shade is, it's Queens. Queens is my favorite shade. Honestly, the name just has sentimental value to me because obviously I'm from Queens, and yeah, one of my favorite superheroes is from Queens. So I had to. And if you want to get all the eyeliners in one set, I got you. That's where this comes in. So this is the comic book PR kit, and we wanted to create a kind of comic booky type of package so that this opens up like a comic book. So when you open this up, you open it up like this, and you get all of the eyeliners in 5-gram components. Now these aren't 10-gram components, they're 5 grams, so they're a little bit less. We wanted to do something smaller so that it could fit in this box, and also to make this box affordable so you guys can have all of the eyeliners and all of the eyeliner brushes. So you can have all of the water inks and all of the eyeliner brushes. So we really made sure to do that. And as you can see, you'll see the brushes over here. You have C4 and C3 over here, and C2 and C1 over here. And over here you have a little excerpt from me where I talk about everything that I spoke about in the beginning of this video, and also just a picture of me doing my infamous peace sign. That me. On the back, you can see right here, it says eyeliner tutorial. So here is just a little step-by-step comic book version of me doing my eyeliner. So obviously step 1 would be to activate the water ink with a wet brush or just water in general. You can literally spray water into the water ink and just wet it like that. And then my second step is to dot out the shape of your eyeliner with the brush. Step 3 is to connect the dots and make smooth and straight lines, obviously. And then step 4 would be to fill in the lines. Step 5 would be to apply your favorite mascara. And then your last step would be to apply your false lashes, and then you'd be done. Here is basically all of MELOLOPS' social medias, and then here are the shade names right here and the ingredients on the bottom. This is cruelty and vegan, and the water inks have a 12-month expiration date. So there's that. So that is the comic book PR kit. This is $76. We tried to make this as affordable as possible. If you look at other water activated paint sets, they're usually around $50, but since we add the brushes to the set, it obviously made it a little bit more expensive. If you cannot afford it, don't worry, there are codes. There are codes everywhere. You can find them on my Twitter. I have been retweeting a bunch of codes on there. If you are interested in looking at a code, if you need it, go ahead. Use theirs. It helps them out as well. So that's the most beautiful thing about it. We wanted to make it look like this because I wanted this to be like on display in my room. In my room I have a bunch of posters and pictures of like movie stills, and I have a poster board of a comic book cover featuring Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. So I was very inspired by that, how it looked on my wall. I would have loved to see like this hanging up on someone's wall, just like on a shelf, on a wall shelf, and just like on display. So this was basically created to look like, you know, it's on display and to look like an actual comic book. On the side, you can see CUTCREASER by MELOLOPS. If you don't want to put it on display and you just want to line them up with your palettes, you can just line it up right next to your palettes like this. And this is magnetic, by the way, so you would have to open it up like this, and that's how you would open it up. Again, this is $76, and that is the entire collection. And yeah, so since you've stuck around this entire time, I just want to kind of recreate the liner look that I did in this picture. If you're looking for inspiration of like liner looks, you can obviously look at my Instagram, but you could also look at the amazing posts that some of my favorite artists did from them using the collection. They literally have been killing it, and I've been so happy to see it. So if you decide to get this and decide to create a look with it, please tag me on Instagram. I will post it on my story. I'll even make a huge post about it on my Instagram feed, maybe in my reels, maybe on my TikTok. So, you know, up to you. So on the comic book cover, we used Ether and Gauntlet for the shades, and we just wanted to contrast with all the other colors that were going on. I just want to directly recreate that. So here we go. We have Ether and we have Gauntlet, and these are the 5-gram eyeliners. I wanted to show you guys the pots of these eyeliners in the comic book kit. These are significantly different from the 10-gram eyeliners, so obviously in size and in the component. The 5-gram component is shaped like a gem. We wanted to make a different component for the comic book kit to make it look a lot more special, and just because it looked hella cool, so we just wanted to do that instead of just leaving them like this in like a smaller pot, similar to the radioactive collection. So yeah, so obviously you need your water. Activate those damn liners. So Ether is more of like a warm red. Here's me just applying my brush into the pigment and just wetting the pigment, and that's how it goes. What I like to do is I like to dip in it a couple of times to get a creamier consistency. I like to let it dry a little too, just so I could get it to be the type of consistency that I want. I usually go for a kind of like a thicker consistency rather than it being very watery. So yeah, definitely take your time when you're activating the liner. First, I'm going to prime my eyelids with concealer. So this is the concealer that I always use. So I just use like a regular concealer that will just literally just like cover up my hyperpigmentation on my eyes, and I like for the base to be the same color as my skin tone, just so it looks like, you know, seamless. I don't want it to be like a bright primer, so definitely use your concealer, the concealer that's like best fitted to your skin tone, or even use your foundation on your eyes and do that. I'm just going to set it with some powder, and I'm just using some regular loose powder to just set this. And once you have that done, now is when you can start applying your liner. I'm going to start above my crease. So my crease is right here. Here is where I don't want to apply the eyeliner. I want to apply it like right here in this space. I just don't want to put it in there because it'll disappear and it'll mess up. So yeah. So right now we're just mapping it out. I'm just gonna angle it upwards just a tiny bit right here. Once you got that down, and now we're going to switch to my medium size liner brush just so I can get in there and get an even line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a small line like this, like so, and then we're going to create another line like so, like a longer line, very parallel to the line we just created, and then bring that down as well. And now we're going to just start to line this up right here and kind of make like a straight line up here, like so, like that. Now I'm just going to attach the lines by going like this. Like so. And so now we're going to fill that in, and we're going to fill it in with C4 because it's a bigger brush and it just gets the job done easier than just, you know, going in with the brushes that we just used to fill that in, just so that we can do it a lot quicker. And now I'm just going to clean up the lines and just make them a lot more smoother. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it thicker on top, just because I have a lot of space there that I want to fill. So we have this down now. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna repeat what I just did here on this eye. So we're going to use a C1 for this, which is the very, very tiny brush. And we're going to dip into Gauntlet. And so we are just going to create a really tiny lightning bolt right here. So cute. I'm crying. Oh my god. And I don't wanna miss a thing, 'cause even when I dream of you. And that is basically it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply my mascara and my favorite eyelashes, and then apply some gloss because these lips. This isn't even a gloss though. This is the e.l.f. lip oil. Alright, and this is the final look. So, yeah. That is it. That is the collection. That is my collaboration with by MELOLOPS. Thank you all so much for your amazing support. If you decide to purchase, if you decide to just support from the sidelines, I appreciate you so much. I have no other words. But just thank you for just letting me you know, experience this and just you know, live my dreams. I have like no words. It's just very shocking to me that so many of you guys believe in me so much, and I'm hope that so many of you guys can be your own superhero. You don't have to wait for a fictional superhero to come and save you, because you can be your own superhero. And I hope that you guys get this message from the collection. Yeah. That is it. And thank you guys so much for supporting me on Instagram, supporting me on Twitter, supporting me on TikTok. I appreciate you so much, and I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Thank you all so much. And of course, don't forget to support by MELOLOPS. Don't forget to just join the initiative. Thank you all so much for just everything. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.